Hello, this is Sheshachalam from Astroguide Mysore. So, continuing the subject of the results of avasthas. So, from the Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra, so I have listed down the details for Lajjita Avastha. So, these are the series of Lajjita the Avasthas of planets, depending on how the planets are posited in the Lajjita Avastha. The results are expounded by Brihat Parashara in the Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra. So, as per that particular lesson, so I will be modifying it to the modern world situation and then giving you the results of what the planets might indicate in a person's chart. So, we are now today talking about Lajjita Avastha. So, Lajjita Avastha means when a planet is in the fifth and it is conjunct with Rahu or Ketu or with Saturn or Mars. So, people might ask this question: what if Saturn itself is in the fifth house? Saturn and Mars, if they are Yogakarakas for the ascendant, then this Lajjita Avastha will not be there when they are alone posited in the fifth house. But other than that, if Saturn is posited in the fifth house, being the Yogakaraka for that particular ascendant, but with Rahu, Lajjita Avastha will again encounter. So it will again form. So, anyway, let us go into the Lajjita Avastha. The fifth house represents a lot of variable, varieties of factors or significations in a person's chart. We have discussed this in detail many times. So, directly going into the results, the person loses belief because he feels promises are false. So, his perception towards, promises, if somebody promises him that this is going to happen and that will be like this, so there is hope. So, he loses totally in that thing. He feels that those promises are false promises. He also loses in the concept of God, miracles, and feels hopeless. It's like there is a hope, and you feel that no, it's not going to happen. It's as good as becoming hopeless. So, the fifth house actually gives us the strength, the belief, the trust to lead this life. This is the strength of the fifth house, the first trikona from the ascendant. So, this fifth house, when it goes into a toss with the planet which is going through Lajjita Avastha, then these things happen. Becomes blank in situations. Like certain situations are there where he needs to take a decision. So, he loses the decision power. He loses the understanding of the situation itself. It's as good as telling that a person loses his intellectuality when it is required. He loses the wit, the power of thinking, buddhi. He loses it. So, this is a very serious issue when a person suddenly loses his capability of contemplating issues, or is totally not able to, grasp the situation and take things, with regard to that particular day. So he loses the strength of deciding as to whether to do this or not. That is a very tough situation. Once again, this is a tough yoga. Lajjita Avastha of a planet is a tough yoga. Will also go through difficulty in fertility. That is, he might go through infertility. He might go through problems related to the organs, like going through STD, transmitted diseases, and might also have to visit the doctors for that. So this is also another deep difficulty. We'll have to ascertain all this by checking the chart, fully. Because if the fifth lord is very well posited, then it might nullify the issue of, suffering from infertility. Progeny will go through health problems. That is, the son or daughter of that particular native might go through health problems in this particular dasha period of the planet, which has gone through Lajjita Avastha. Wasteful endeavors, wasteful ventures, like putting money into something, losing it, or the money gets stuck there and he feels that it's not going to come back. He goes through a lot of stress and tension because he has put in a lot of money there. So these things might happen in the Dasha Bhukti. I'm once again repeating, in the planetary period of that planet which has undergone Lajjita Avastha. So bad in speculation and market related activities. So speculation, is as good as guesswork or calculating speed of what's going to happen next. So these things are, if it is good, then people are very good in stock market trading and any other market related activities. But if speculation is bad, which is controlled by the fifth house, the person should not go into investments into the market in this particular period of that planet which has gone through Lajjita Avastha. I'll not again repeat that. I've already told 3 times. So gets into bad company and bad influences very easily. So he can fall into bad company. He can, have a bad friendship, or he might have a bad affair with a person which might go wrong, a bad relationship. So in Lajjita Avastha. So students get distracted. This is for young children. They get distracted from their academics. They falter in their exams. They don't score well. They give a lot of difficulty to the parents because they don't listen to parents. So this is a time period when they need a lot of psychological support because they lose the goal. The goal setting itself will get disturbed in this particular period. They dole away time, and the attitude will become very negative and pessimistic. So this is Lajjita Avastha. I'm doing only one Avastha today, so that it can be easy for people to study. So thank you very much for today's class.